everyone. My name is Phil Eastvay, doing the Papi Negro podcast here with my dog Hero.
I'm Hero.
Nigga, put your glasses on.
I was trying for a new look, you know.
Nah,
I mean,
I'm losing weight. I was like, maybe I'll try no glasses.
Nah.
I was gonna say you look different. It's a good look, my guy. It's a good look.
I'm trying, man. Just got
He's
trying to
wearing
get healthy.
He's wearing blue. That's all the thing. And also we have here with me my dog behind the boards, Mr. Azam.
I'm here. Fuck, I don't even know what to say.
I like how I built that up, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm here."
First of all, it's been a long fucking day. Second of all, just be thankful. Like this podcast is moving again. You're not in Costa Rica with no fucking warning. I didn't get to complain about that on the last podcast.
Why'd you complain?
You never fucking told me anything. I'm like waiting for a text. I cleared all my Sundays, and I just look on Instagram, and you're in a foreign country on an ATV, and I'm like, all right, guess I'm fucking free.
I thought I told you.
No, never mentioned that shit once.
Damn, nigga,
and I was like,
You
cool.
wait today while we record.
I told you this man's a drug dealer. I keep telling y'all.
Hey,
This man's running a cartel on the low.
this nigga's
Just
gonna
living that life, man.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the law.
This man's been traveling to different countries, different cities every month.
Cause I'm a fucking comedian, and that's the
Yeah,
only,
so like, was
the
there
cover.
a comedy festival in Costa Rica?
to be honest, you were there when Jay was like, "Hey, yo, let's." Yo,
No, I was not.
Yes,
It's
you
not
were.
that conversation. If I
Yes,
was,
yeah, you
Jay
were.
said it in a manner. Was it the day that my car died?
probably.
So like, all
He
I
was-
heard that whole time was
was-
womp 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 womp. My car is not working.
If Jay was sitting right here, Hero's probably here, and he's like, "Hey, man, let's go out to Costa Rica, man. We're gonna have fun, man."
I
You
forgot that
totally
Terrence
do
Howard
it.
invited you to
Man, you
a
should
foreign
totally
country.
do it, Phil. So yeah, so I went out there, but needless to say, y'all like I like how y'all totally derailed what I was
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah, no, I had to.
Phil's definitely not in a cartel.
Nah. Are there any black cartel people in America?
There's
Probably.
There's gangs everywhere, man.
Also, there's tons of black like Latinos. So, like the head coach of
He's
what
going
is
to
it?
Haiti next to clear up a plug or two, you know. So.
Like the head coach
I'm
of
going to a funeral.
of the Miami Dolphins. He's I think he's Black Ecuadorian. I want to say. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I saw his name, it was Brian Flores. I was like,
Yeah,
cool.
he could be Dominican. Nah,
He's not Dominican. He's like
Ecuador.
Central American.
It's a perfect cover. The comedian, a Miami Dolphins player, you know, the guy in the band.
Why are you accusing me? Damn, dog.
But he could accuse me, but that shit was fuck out of here.
I mean, like, let's be real here. I'm in a band that is not selling cocaine.
Hey, Phil made you the weapons man in this situation.
Like, if he would have accused me of selling methamphetamine, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably my fan base.
Phil made you the hitman for the game, for the
I
cartel.
think it would be Hero.
Why me?
Hero.
I couldn't be a hitman.
You know what? You
I
look
couldn't be in the gang.
unassuming.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I could
actually
not
the
be in
move.
gang. I'd be chuckling.
No,
the whole
like,
time.
but that's the thing. Like, they'd be like introducing you, like some dude be like, "Oh, he's dumb hard. You don't even look him in the eye."
No, absolutely.
And then you
That
come
would-
in the room and you're like so jovial.
Yeah,
And like
no.
a dude would be like super confused and you just pop 2 rounds in his
No,
face and just
I
continue
can
on the
imagine
conversation.
it.
Feds would catch me the first week.
I can imagine everyone's in the room like, "Oh my god, who is this guy?"
Yeah.
And Hero comes out, just "Hi guys," and niggas start laughing, and then he shoots one
Yeah,
person
just
in front of
pow.
everybody. Everyone's like,
My luck, I'd be like that guy in New York who got caught during a traffic stop with like 30 pounds of cocaine in his back seat and 4 AKs. And shit.
Not even that. What happens is that you're eating a Hershey bar and you throw it out, and your ID, your fingerprints are on that, and I identify it. That's Hero's luck. That's Hero's luck.
They'd get me on all the fucking wiretaps.
Oh, talking hella shit. But anyway, so one thing I realized about this podcast, I always go towards like relationships and shit like that, which wasn't my intention. It just happens that
You're
way.
a quickly aging man, you know.
Quickly
that's
aging
on your
man.
mind. You know, being alone forever. Either this string of meaningless sex is going to continue.
Hey, what the fuck?
Out here just
I'm a
punishing.
man of God. I don't be doing this shit. He's
Yeah,
lying.
says the man who's
It's
out here
Hero.
punishing groupies
Hashtag
left
Haitian
and
men
right.
don't cheat.
Haitian men
Hashtag.
don't cheat. Haitian men don't cheat only when they're possessed by the
Not
devil.
since 86.
But Hero be possessed. He fucking
Not
hoes
since
left
80.
and right.
Whoa, baby. And they're going to be watching this.
I was about to say, he's wearing the
it's a
flag
joke.
today.
You watching this,
he's
honey?
out here wearing like a...
This
he
guy-
says Haiti on his chest. He can't...
I wanted to do that to him just to see. You see how he froze up?
Yeah, he was-
you would definitely.
This
could've
guy
been-
is a comedian. He is kidding, babe. You know,
All
I
jokes
love you.
aside.
I appreciate you. You know,
I love
Haitian
it.
men don't cheat.
Absolutely.
Hashtag.
Hashtag it. I say that shit so much. I'm pretty sure people will be like, "Yo, it feels
It's
crazy."
one of Phil's bits, you know.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But
he says I cheat. I say he cheats. It's really back.
No, I'm not even in a relationship, bro.
You know,
I'm not,
yet.
It's probably coming.
Yeah, it's about that time frame.
I could feel it in my bones. It's coming, bro.
It's about
things
that time
Phil
frame.
says to women right before he nuts.
Yo,
I think he's coming.
This is the second podcast I've produced in this weekend, and it seems like both of them, something's in the water where everybody's just rapid fire. I'm like,
oh, it's fun. It's fun. Hero could joke on this, whatever.
oh yeah, no, but I wasn't
about to shut
prepared
shit
for that
down.
shit. I was not. I was like, oh fuck.
You see how he's
I don't
laughing?
know what Phil's referring to. I'm a very nice gentleman, you know.
You say
Hero
that.
ain't shit.
You
Yo,
say that.
What is roasting? You know, I just came to this country a couple years ago.
Nigga, please.
I only recently mastered English. So.
Just
He's
a
taking
light
the glasses
roasting.
off because it has the panda look to it. Looks like unthreatening.
Fair.
That's what he. But no, real shit, bro. Like, it's coming to that point where I'm like, yo, I'm probably gonna be in a relationship. So
Oh, yeah,
like,
probably.
I could tell it's going like this girl.
Do it on your own terms, bro. That's all
Oh,
that
absolutely.
matters.
I feel like the thing is like I'm going to a wedding.
Okay, yeah.
With her?
Yeah.
Word.
I'm bringing a plus
That
one.
means it's official then.
That doesn't mean it's official.
No, it's
that means you
friends.
that means you just
chilling.
don't want to be by yourself
But I
at
would
said
think at
wedding.
the point when you're bringing it to like a wedding. Wait, is it like a family wedding or like
No, it's a friend's
wedding? Okay,
wedding.
never
Yeah,
mind.
that's good.
All right, never mind. If it's a family wedding, then it's pretty much official.
Nah.
You know what happened, bro? The last relationship I was in, I went to.
This is the
Nigga, what the fuck is up?
Are you putting mad people on?
Yo.
Wow, bro, you out here today?
You know we live, right?
Oh yeah, say it for you.
Yo, what?
I can't even.
Never said this.
Here's the worst part. I can't even believe that.
Yo,
You're stuck with that on the spot, dog.
Yo, what the?
Remember those old keys?
I like how last episode somebody got really drunk. This episode, he's just
He's
sorting
still-
all your dirty laundry.
And
Might
that's the funny part. I don't even talk like that.
Now you're about to
I'm
make
the
a
Phil
phone call and be
interpreter.
like, "Jay, can you get
I'm the
back
Phil
here?"
interpreter, you know. I'm dissecting Phil's white speech.
No. It's not even that. Heroes on some reckless.
Reckless, beyond
Does it
reckless.
matter?
No, I'm not even like.
Care.
Yo!
God, this nigga does
She's
not
taking
even
nuts
care.
everywhere.
Hero, what the fuck?
That was, you know what? That's
No,
what's-
nigga.
Okay, so
Hero.
I'm
But
a Negro.
cut this nigga's mic off. Cut this nigga.
anyway, what were you saying? It really cut his mic too. No dessert.
Yo. Whoa. That was.
Continue with the podcast that you host and has your face on it.
Yes, you're saying that you think of me.
This nigga's
You're
talking.
cut off.
Yo, that.
Yeah,
But no-
I cut you off.
But
I'm
no,
joking.
like previously, I was in another wedding, and but the thing is, I went to that too soon in a relationship, and that's a family member.
Ooh.
So that was deep, and I met like damn near all the family. You
Hmm.
know, so it's a different field because I'm going to a childhood. Jalissa.
From IRC. Yeah.
So yeah, she's getting married. So
Oh, good for her.
You know, so
Good for
it's
her.
gonna be like that. But you know, but the thing about like weddings is like to not make it seem couple-ish. Hey, you want to match? Like they're like the little subtle things
Yeah.
you don't want to do.
Yeah,
So it's like, ugh, I don't want to do that.
that's fair. I mean, the way that you can ensure
Turn this
that,
nigga's mic on. If he,
it's
this
back
nigga-
on. I turned it back on a minute ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did to deserve such.
I mean, you
Oh,
literally
dude.
put his dirty laundry out there. But let me ask a quick question. So you're
up?
going to this wedding. Will it be open bar?
I don't know.
See, if it's open bar, it's Murder She Wrote. You're gonna do something reckless.
No. I don't. I'm one of those people. Even when we went to the wedding,
Oh yeah.
a friend's wedding, I'm not reckless, bro. I'm very.
Yeah, I was actually really impressed. I was like, you're not reckless at all.
No,
Me,
no,
on the
no.
other hand,
Oh, they didn't give a fuck.
fucking
You out here
insane.
dancing? I was dancing,
and this,
but then the alcohol burnt my throat. I was like, ugh. But nah,
I
bro.
drank
So,
through the pain.
but hold on. So you're saying that like going to the wedding with someone's gonna? I'm afraid to let this
Going to a
nigga.
wedding with your family, because at that point she's gonna meet like your mom, or not your mom, but like your family members. They're gonna talk.
Hero.
So,
What is the rule I made?
oh my bad, my
Yeah,
bad,
there
my
you
bad.
go.
What I was saying earlier was that if you're taking someone to a wedding where your family's gonna be there or her family, then at that point it's pretty much done deal because they're gonna assume anyway.
Yeah.
So
But my whole thing is better to assume than it's like a family. Yeah, a family. So it's just like, oh, Phil came with. They could speculate. Oh, Phil's with this person.
Exactly.
Like it's weird when you think about it. Like when you bring a wedding guest, it always seems weird. Because, like, for instance, let's say I bring a girl, they'll be like, oh, okay, Phil. Let's say if I brought a homeboy to a wedding, like, that's weird.
It is weird.
Or is that societal?
What's societal?
Things is
That's societal. Hold up.
Societal.
So let's say you got like a female friend.
Uh-huh.
And like maybe they're like a female friend who like knows your family. And you bring your homie because you know that female friend has a bunch of loose friends.
No, I'm talking about a dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If like you look at the homie and you're like, look, tonight there will be many women who are going to be inebriated and looking to and feeling sad that they're not like the plot to fucking Wedding Crashers, which is a terrible fucking movie. I cannot believe that ever existed. If you want to live out your Wedding Crashers fantasy, you want to be the Vaughn, you want to bring your Wilson, then yeah, that's totally. I mean, it's not redeemable morally, but I don't see an issue with that.
But that's weird, though. Like,
how is that weird?
Like, I'd go to a Haitian wedding.
It's not societal norms to bring a guy with.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, unless y'all guys are bringing dates or you bring a.
No. I'm talking about, like, instead of me bringing her, I bring you.
A male homie, at least.
Nigga, they'll be like, yo, Phil's gay.
Especially a Haitian. Anything Haitian, they'll be like.
Based on limited things you told me about Haitian people, then yeah, I would definitely assume that they were.
They'd be like, yeah,
he's
something's up for
definitely
sure.
gay.
Yeah, they'll be like, yeah, something's up for sure.
You guys live together? Or what's
Yeah.
going on?
It's just weird. Yeah, but who set that in? Isn't it a weird thing? Like, it's a societal thing.
It's societal, man. It's just societal norm.
I never even thought about that till right now, and I was like,
decency and all that BS.
For real.
So
it's so weird how, like, for society, like, societal things that we always, like, shit on society, but there's certain things about society dictates that people hold to their heart, like the concept of love.
Love is it's a fairly recent idea, you know.
When you mean fairly recent, what you talking about?
In terms of, you know, only as recently as the Enlightenment has the idea of, you know, love, like marrying for love instead of for wealth or how what it means for your family. We're trying to move up in life, you know what I mean? Because before that, if you marry somebody...
This is pretty much hypergamy. We're like, oh, this person got land, and I only live in a hut. But to some degree, it still lives on. Like,
true.
Like,
but it's not considered morally correct. Like, the whole idea of a sugar baby, all that is just bringing back the old ideas of what a man should be.
We laugh at that
to
shit.
Somebody that should be able to support you financially. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. So that's pretty much how it used. Like, I was like thinking about it, and I was just
at
like,
least in European.
Oh yeah.
Western.
Like I was thinking about like the whole concept of love, how they'll have like someone will watch a movie and be like, "Yo, I like this builds like." For instance, a lot of people will watch a movie and they have, okay, this is what it's supposed to be, but you got to understand TV shows and movies, they're just making certain stuff to pique someone's interest because it's more so if this is entertainment. But even though when we say it's entertainment, we just keep that in our heads. You know what I'm saying? Like how some guys will watch porn and they expect that to be done in real life. But it's just entertainment. Even though it's like a warning label on Four Loko when it's like, oh, this shit could kill you. Yeah. But it's like, I'm still going to drink it, but when people die, people want to act shocked. It says it right there.
Yeah. But it's just cultural, man. Like, for example, I have a friend whose parents, who is Indian. And his parents were got married through an arranged marriage or whatever. And the guy, and he, you know, the father is like 10 to 15 years older than his mother. And she was describing that, she didn't love him at first, but over the years and how he treats her, you know, with respect and all that stuff, and just them having a kid together and, you know, coming to America together and all that stuff, she's learned to love him. Yeah, she loves him. Like she says she would, you know, she truly loves this man. So love, you know, in terms of society, you know, what we believe is love in terms of...
So my whole thing is for you, like, how do you make it work considering you're in long distance?
It's about happiness, bro. Like, it's about happiness. I believe, so I don't believe in the idea of happy wife, happy life. Like, that's silly. Because a lot of times when that happens...
You're going to be miserable.
Yeah, there's usually the idea is the man's miserable, the man is whipped or whatever. And I truly believe in a world, you know, if you want to live in a world where both sides get the best out of the relationship, the man should be the one that's happy, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because, you know, in most cases when the woman's happy, 9 out of 10, when it's just the woman, we focus on the woman's happiness, the man ends up being unhappy and he's resentful and he's like, oh, she doesn't let me go out with my homies on during Saturdays, or I can't play video games as much as I want, things like that. As opposed to when a man's happy, you know, Generally, of course, it's cases where it's not true, but generally, it's a situation where they've worked something out. There's compromises, there's communication or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, everyone stays in their zones, things like that.
But one thing I thought about even more is like, I don't know if you can test this, but at the end of the day, like you feel like you got to be good friends with them because I mean the puppy happy stage leaves, but it's more so if y'all gel together.
Yeah.
And if y'all cool, that shit could last long. Because eventually, you're gonna be like, all right, well that part is done. So it's like as if I don't like you as a person, it's like how if some people like if you're messing with someone and like smash or whatever, but then again, it's like their personality is lame.
Yeah. And that goes back to what I was saying, because I believe, like I said, about your happiness being paramount. Because I think it's better for you to like your girlfriend or your wife or whatever than for you to love them. I think that should be the most important thing because, a lot of times these dudes love their women and they fucking hate them.
Oh, yeah.
Those couples that are married and been together for 20, 30 years and they just at each other's asses.
Oh, absolutely.
As opposed to when you like your girl and you truly like them, you can hang out with them. They know what bothers you. You guys can talk, all that shit. Of course, no one's perfect, but I think it's better to like your girl than to love her.
Yo,
That's a statement that I don't agree with, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Can you do me one favor?
Yeah.
Touch your microphone for me. Put your hands on it.
Oh.
Yeah, don't turn it. Touch it. Keep going. Keep pushing it. Keep more.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's good.
Because every time you turn and talk to him, it literally is just like, and then I just want it.
This-
Yeah, it just
Oh,
moves.
my bad, bro.
No, you're
So you
fine.
can
I
hear,
just,
bro.
because like you had great points, and I want somebody to listen back and be like,
I apologize.
the fuck is happening?
but like one thing is I thought about is like the word like excites me more than love.
Yeah.
Like that shit's more exciting to me. I feel like love is like the LOL of emotional words. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, like people use the word love as filler. You got to understand we're in a generation where people are so exaggerative.
Yeah, but that's our culture, though.
No,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
they're
saying?
dramatic, but
so
like-
like if you think about it, people throw love more than they throw the word like.
Yeah, true.
It's weird, bro.
That's bizarre. I don't know. I'm so
Buddy,
out of the game.
you've been
Every
out the
time you
game for
say
9 years,
and it like
bro.
fucking hurts my skull. I'm like, what? Fucking what?
9 years. So,
If I
yo,
say like, yeah, I like that, Raisa looks at me like, the fuck do you mean you like that? Do you not happy right now? And I'm like, no, I love you. Just like fucking throws her for a loop because we just tell each
That
other we
word-
love each other.
Yeah, the
like
word-
I like you. Like, what the fuck do you mean you like me?
but I mean, you're in a
Yeah.
dog. Like when you were in the market, like that was like the first half of Obama's first term.
Oh yeah.
That's how long you've been out the game.
Oh, yeah, I know, dog.
People were still using MySpace a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit has changed.
Significantly. Oh yeah.
Yeah, my Twisted Dark Fantasy hasn't even been out yet.
That's true. I remember when that came out.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
good
Me and Sean
Kanye.
Backus rode in the car and listened to that shit on
yeah, the
repeat.
second Iron Man came out. A lot of shit has
Yeah,
happened.
it's very true.
Lil Wayne was still up top in rap.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
remember there was a girl who I was talking to before I actually started dating my fiance who was like, he's the greatest rapper of all time. And every time she would say that, I'd be like, no, he's not.
Let me guess,
He's
she's-
fine.
is she
He's
a-
tolerable.
Is she a white girl? That
She's
hung out with
totally a
black
white
dudes?
girl. So fucking white.
Like little hood, like little.
No, one of
Oh,
the
the white girls are trying to act cool.
Yeah,
She just got on rap.
yeah.
No, I hate when like people like that, like you, like the white dudes that get into rap recently, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, you ever heard of Nas, bro?" It's like, nigga,
the
yes,
fuck
I
outta
have.
here.
Fucking, this ain't nothing.
Yeah,
Kendrick
I-
Lamar is so mainstream.
I had a white guy come up to me and was like, do you like J. Cole? And I'm like, fucking leave. Don't try to talk to me about Jalen Coldslaw right now. Go
Jalen-
somewhere.
It's
Yo,
Jermaine.
Hold on.
It's Jermaine,
Why we talk
first
about
of all.
rappers? Fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine, bro.
Ah, we're leaving the love story behind.
No.
already?
We
No,
got
no.
to rap. We got to rap. My whole thing. We'll get to love eventually. But my whole thing is this: for Tekashi 6ix9ine, could he have a career if he were to come back out?
Fuck no.
I think
Fuck
so.
no.
He
No.
could have a podcast.
I think so.
What?
He could have a podcast.
I think
I
so.
would not listen to that motherfucker talking to a microphone for
Would-
an hour a
Someone
week.
would. I think he can have career.
I low key would be curious to know what he's gonna say.
Dumb shit, because he's got like the fucking brain of a fourth grader at a
Dog,
time,
he's
methamphetamine.
He's snitching on everybody.
Yeah.
yeah.
I expect
snitching-
nothing less.
They're
He's
gonna
got
give him- they're
rainbow
gonna give him-
hair.
They're gonna give him like 60 years. You wouldn't
47.
47. I thought the max was like 60.
It was max for 60, but they were talking, his lawyers got him down to 47. But you look like him with your flowy rainbow hair. Do you want to end up in prison and know you're going to get passed around like a fucking sad dildo?
No, they're
No,
gonna-
but I don't think he's in public. In general population.
Oh,
He's most likely in solitary.
For now,
I would think
he'd get Gen Pop.
He's getting killed.
Yeah, he'll get Gen Pop.
Yeah.
He's getting killed.
Oh, he'll get
But I don't
very
think,
molested.
No, he's
first.
definitely like I think maybe not as a rapper per se, because rap changes a lot. You feel me? And for him to be out of rap for maybe what's it going on a year already?
Yeah.
Since the album came out, and by the time he gets out, the trial's gonna be trials like this don't go very fast.
Yeah.
So I would think by the time if let's say the plea deal goes through and he gets no jail time, he'll probably be out in 2021, 2022. I think at that point it's too late to have a rap career. But I think in terms of
dude,
No,
he can
I-
make something work.
no, I think in terms of like having a Joe Budden situation where he has like a podcast or a show.
can't
But
have
here's the
nobody
thing,
on
like
that
I feel
motherfucker.
like Joe Budden like has an odd level of respect, even though I don't really like Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Like there's not gonna be like old heads who are like, yo man, but Tekashi. Like that's what Budden has is like old heads who are like, but Budden. Like
But
there
he's
was
entertaining though.
yeah, he is
was-
entertaining just because
another
he's
thing,
angry
Tekashi's
about
such a
fucking
troll.
everything.
But the thing is about like when he was free, he was so fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
I fucking hate
He was
him.
and like he's snitching so hard that the judge is like, "Yo, bro, let's stay on topic here. All right, let's stay on subject." Like he's dropping dime. Like you heard this shit about Jim Jones.
Yeah.
We gotta violate this nigga.
And did you hear what they're gonna say about violating him?
They're gonna like shove a broomstick up his
Like
ass.
they're gonna rape him and then stab him in the ass. Like
Yeah.
that's
like kill him through the anus.
Yeah.
yes,
How you-
bro.
That's how you murder somebody in a way that they cannot
But my whole
recover
thing
from.
is this: like
That's internal bleeding.
Like people will be like they're trying to push the narrative of like, oh, he's snitching because
it was like
these were his
homies.
friends
Yeah.
and I'm like, nah,
fuck that.
I'm like, that's not the case. He was out here doing dirt.
Yeah.
No,
And-
but I'm not.
And
I'm
you
not.
can't-
I'm sorry.
You go.
No,
I
was
can
gonna
hold my
say
bet.
that. I was gonna say that I'm not mad per se at 6ix9ine snitching, because if you know the situation, like the I did research, for the podcast. But anyway,
Wow.
I looked into it,
Doing better than
and
me.
like the timeline is like.
Cut this nigga's mic off.
No, let him go.
I'm joking with you. Okay.
Timeline.
But the timeline of like the whole situation is like he went to prison for like drug dealing or whatever. And he did a couple months. He got out in like 2016. Started
Okay.
a rap career. Then in 2017 is when he joined Treyway, the 9 Trey Bloods or whatever. But he didn't really join the way normal people do, getting jumped in and all that stuff. He basically paid his way in. As like, hey, I want street cred. I want this clout. And I need protection, because I'm gonna because he knew he was gonna be trolled to people or whatever. So he basically paid him to join the gang or whatever. And that from the jump they were using him, to do illegal shit.
Yeah,
of course,
for money and shit
you
like
know.
Because he's
and
dumb. He's a dumb mother.
then when he got kidnapped later on, that was actually his bodyguard that kidnapped him. After he started talking shit about Treyway and talking about they taking my money, and then what really tipped it off was when after he got kidnapped and he was in the hospital and stuff, somehow he didn't want to do shows anymore because the guest Treyway had promised 6ix9ine would show up, and that's when they were talking about killing him and stabbing him in the booty. At that point, the cops were like, we gotta get this nigga off the streets before he gets killed.
Yeah.
And he got arrested. And he also found out that during this time period, these niggas were fucking his baby mama, threatening his mom in Mexico, his grandmother in Mexico, trying to, have hits done on him. So I don't blame him for the snitching. And I know
But either way, it's like you got into this
course.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Like,
You can't have the line,
no,
my
true.
whole squad is killers too, and not expect
Yeah.
you're about to do
No,
some
no,
dumb,
that's
ignorant
fair.
shit.
You know
that's
who you
fair.
roll with.
But
Yeah.
I think if there's loyalty and a sense of respect and relationship in the homie gang or whatever relationship, then I think no snitching. That's fucked up, But if it's a situation where you're threatening my family, you're fucking my baby mother, the mother of my child, behind my back, where you're kidnapping me and trying to extort me for money. At that point, why should I be loyal to you? What does that get me? That only gets me 47 years in prison,
Bro.
Like I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
if
gonna be loyal
we're
to you.
gonna get 47,
yeah.
like, you may as well just take it up to life and make some fucking.
Would you snitch in this
Exactly.
situation?
No,
like
fuck no.
I'm
First of all, I'm
snitching.
not putting myself in any
Absolutely.
situation.
No,
But if I am Tekashi 6ix9ine, I'm gonna live up to having lyrics like I'm a killer too.
Nah.
Get that gat, make some things happen.
How do you know his
I'm
nigga?
snitching,
I don't
bro.
even know his lyrics like that.
Oh, the only reason I know his lyrics, this is just
I love this. Is
because every kid who's in a hardcore band right now loves Tekashi 6ix9ine,
He's big in Europe.
Sus Mula,
He's big in Europe.
all those New York kids who are just screaming into microphones talking about school shooter music.
Takashi's huge in Europe.
Love that shit.
Really?
Yeah, and he's popped off
He
in the
blew up in Europe
hardcore
before
metal
he blew up in
screen.
America.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like most of his fan base are like white boys who like listen to stuff like music I make. Like the fact that he even has any hip hop credibility is mind blowing to me. Like he's in that phase of like guys like Ghostmane and Bones. He's just yelling about violent shit.
That's interesting.
Not gonna lie, I still have some 6ix9ine on my playlist. When I hear that shit, I feel
it's ignorant.
The ignorant hood side of me. You know, I'm a fucking killer. Wait, they're a fucking killer. I'm a killer too.
Yeah,
sending shots.
Hero, you're not.
And that's like even that song. He didn't even write that. Zil Kama wrote that.
It is
a
dumb
whole other dude wrote that song for him.
He's saying very dumb shit, but it's very ghetto. What's the word? Romanticization of the hood lifestyle. You know, but like I said, if I was 6ix9ine, I would definitely snitch. But it feels like Phil. Let's say the ceiling falls through and there's bodies that fall down and drugs and shit and the cops running.
He loves thinking on Phil.
Let's go back to this idea that Phil is a serial murderer.
Like it. Why does Hero think I'm sitting on bricks and I kill people? No, do you have something to say, bro?
The point is, I'm not snitching on Phil. I'm gonna say I don't know nothing. That's my boy. I don't know nothing.
You saying that's my boy? I'm not snitching.
I'm just here for a podcast. I'm a good Christian boy. I'm gonna say everything, but I'm not snitching on Phil because Phil has, Phil's a loyal guy. Phil has a level of loyalty and friendship that I know for sure. You know, there's a level of respect between us. But 6ix9ine, I don't blame him for snitching. I would have done the same thing.
There's something about 47 years, bro.
Yeah, not even that.
47 years, like, oh man. I mean, but there's a difference. He's doing that to save his ass.
Of course.
Someone like Antonio Brown's only doing some shit like that because he's like, all right.
He's losing money.
Yeah, he's like, all right, fine. But you think about it, like, the whole Patriots thing, part of me is like, well, the Antonio Brown, I'm surprised they cut him off. I'm like kind of surprised they cut him off because, one, the Robert Kraft thing, well, actually, the Antonio Brown sexual assaults claims,
allegedly,
like that, alleged sexual assault claims, them talking about that enough will bring it back to the Robert Kraft shit.
Yeah.
That's 100% why they got rid of him.
Okay, it was like, no, this shit could get back to us, you know? And I thought he was going to sign with the Dolphins.
And I don't blame Antonio Brown either,
he's
honestly.
not.
I don't blame, like, the whole Big Ben shit, I was like, whoa. Like,
yeah, but his Big Ben's had decades of terrible choices.
Yeah, there's multiple accusations against Big Ben, and he's never been suspended for more than 4 games. It doesn't help
Antonio Brown because he was such a...
No, you're not wrong. But I'm just saying, if you're Antonio Brown and you're looking at it as, okay, I'm being accused of sexual assault, and there's not even been a trial yet. She's not even taking this to his
attitude.
Yeah, she's making a civil case where she's trying to get money out of it instead of bringing it. There's no police report. She's never been to the police. She hasn't talked to police yet. She's talked to the NFL more than she's talked to the police. You know what I'm saying? So if you're Antonio Brown, you're in a situation where someone is trying to get money, or at least in his mind,
right.
You know, again, you won't know till it comes out, but at least in his mind, someone's trying to take money from you. You haven't been, you haven't been convicted of anything. While at the same time, people that have, police reports out there,
right.
There's videotapes out there, these people doing things, things like that, and they still have jobs. And these same people are also talking on your name. I'd feel like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? But the thing
is, it's like, well, you're not taking responsibility of your action. Like, if you out here wilding like that, like, you look crazy as shit. It's like essentially like a girl that, like, you're dating a girl and he wants to break up with you, so she's blaming everything. You're right. Everything you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And then she get with the nigga she always wanted to be with, and then he cuts her off. And then she's like, fuck all y'all then. I'm gonna start releasing shit.
No, everything else, I don't side with Antonio Brown on. Like, it's stupid. Sorry, leaving the Pittsburgh Steelers for that little bit of money. Whatever. I'm not athlete, so maybe I don't know. Or then leaving the Raiders over, the hat issue, and then trying to fight the owner. That's stupid.
He left the Raiders because the Raiders were not going to be successful. Like, I 100% believe that all of his actions while he was at the Raiders were to try to get released. I think he went to OTAs, like, saw a car throw, and was like, fuck this.
You might be right. But
I'm not, and that's not even 100% my belief. I love, what's his name? The punter who's got he's like a comic. I can't think of the guy's name. Yeah, he had a whole bit about how, like, God was like, doesn't matter, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Because, like, he was supposed to go to the Bills. Like
Yeah.
Steelers were sold him to the Bills first, and the Bills were like, ha ha, and he went, fuck that, no. And then I guess he
at
just
Bills now.
accepted. And the Bills are great. Like I really do think
The
that
Bills
like,
always start off good in the beginning of the season, though.
I've watched those
Around
games.
like week 6, that's when the Bills start breaking down.
I don't know, man.
Give it to week 6.
But so
I mean, I've had an easy season so far, but yeah.
But the thing that threw me off about the Antonio Brown shit is that she was black.
Yeah.
but I
that-
can even do this shit too.
No. It threw me off because you're so
Yeah.
used to like black
White
black
women.
athletes.
His wife is black, so
Oh shit. Oh,
yeah.
you see, the word is
Oh, no,
Haitian men don't cheat.
Oh, yeah.
Black men, we don't know. We don't know about that. We don't know.
We can only
about that.
speak for our
We
for
can
our
only speak
island.
for our own. One thing I wanted to switch up is because I always see like in other podcast episodes I've done, I always talk about other people's bad date shit, and I was like, you know what? It wouldn't be right if I talk about some shit in 2000, like that happened to me that I had to talk about. One thing I would say like the last date I went in a few months back, bro. Like I thought it was gonna go well, but at first it was kind of like a curve because we were supposed to hang out, and then she was like, "Oh, well, like we're supposed to hang out," and then when like you're supposed to hang out with someone and they don't hit you up for a long period of time,
Yeah.
so you're like, okay, they're gonna act like so you're just hitting them up a day before to be like, all right, if you cancel, let me know so I could
Yeah.
change up my day or whatever. And they're like, hey, we still on? When they hit you up with that, they
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So the next day she's talking about, oh, I got work, so I won't be able to go. I got work in the morning. I don't like going out the day before, but I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So we ended up hanging out. We went to this place in Fort Lauderdale I love called 10th Level Tavern. It's
Okay.
like a barcade and shit like that. And we did that. We were playing Dragon Ball Fighter. She likes anime.
Okay.
I should have known she wasn't shit because she said Saitama could beat Goku.
That's a bold
That was a
statement.
bad sign.
That was like, all right, that
Very bad sign.
very bad time. So we're playing Dragon Ball Fighters, destroying her ass.
Yeah.
Destroying her ass so much is like it's a 3 versus 3, and I'm playing with one person destroying everybody.
Yeah.
And it was cool. And then she's like, "Oh, I like Connect 4." I'm like, "Bet I have that on my phone." He won a few times, destroyed, bro, destroyed.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah."
You didn't even let her get one W.
I think I did. She won 2 times.
Okay.
She won 2 times. Y'all niggas
The
shaking
way you
y'all head.
said that, like
You
she
allowed
won
her to
2
win
times.
2
Like that's
times?
what.
No, she won, and I think maybe I got bold. Like when you like let someone win a little bit,
Like you're not trying as hard?
hubris got you. Like by the time you try to get serious, it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we had that, and then we were chilling, or whatever, and then I forgot something. This is how I knew shit was crazy because like I see her drink White Claws a lot. I think that was I saw her drink a lot of White Claws, bro. I was like,
Is this a white person?
she's mixed.
Okay. Yeah. That's how you should have known.
Yeah, it was like White Claw, and then like the thing that like we were joking around and we're joking about drinking. She's like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna take a roadie,
A road soda?
like a roadie alcoholic beverage." And
Yeah,
I'm
road soda.
bro. I've never heard that. You see that shit? I've
I
never.
hang with a lot of white people.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, what a roadie?
The benefits of hanging with white people is knowing these phrases. Yeah,
You
road
said
soda.
road soda?
Road soda.
Niggas, we don't know about no shit like that.
So what's the road soda?
A road soda is an alcoholic beverage you take with you in the car that looks like a soda, like a tall boy.
Okay.
or a beer, or a White Claw.
Okay.
Road sodas. Fact.
You see, we don't know about shit like that.
Yeah, I don't play that game, but yeah.
I took her to Funky Buddha. We out here chilling, bro. Fun times. And I went for I think a kiss. I could go for it. Those
Dog,
moments.
yeah. You're that brave? Okay.
Nigga, I was brave. I did
Was she
that.
buzzed at this point or drunk? Or?
Hey, don't make me seem like I'm trying to build confidence.
No, I'm just asking.
Based on
If
what
you-
she
It
based on
sounded
what you
like she was
said,
drinking for a while.
I can assume she's one of those girls who like
She
she
handle the
drank
liquor?
hard. Yeah.
But I don't know. But some people probably like buzzed as a motherfucker. You don't even know. They
Oh, she
look.
was handling it well.
No, we were
If
just
she
drinking
was?
and chilling. But
Okay,
like
okay.
we were vibing. The conversation was right, and I thought it was that moment. And I tried to go for the kiss, and she like did the Floyd Mayweather.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
She did the Floyd Mayweather. I was like, I just sat there like,
She didn't even like.
Just ate
yeah.
that.
She was
acknowledge
like,
it?
I don't like PDA. I was like,
Like, were you in the car about
That
to
hurt.
leave or
nah, we're just chilling.
in the
yeah, we're
at the
chill-
spot?
yeah, we're
Okay.
chill-
Okay.
And she killed me with this crazy reason, bro. Like,
What's the reason?
She was like, dog, it's so stupid. Like, she was like, you know what?
You can't even say it. It's that.
Bro,
it's
so
that fucked up.
She was like, I think she was trying to say some shit like, I don't like PDA because, you know, my friends are gay and they can't do PDA, so I don't.
That's
Shane wanna
fucking
kiss you.
bullshit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
I was just like, she was like, and I was looking like,
Get away from me, darkness.
and then I was making a face like, she was like, you're going to turn me into a joke, are you?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, most likely.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, damn right. I'm gonna turn
This
you.
is that moment.
So I took her to my favorite Haitian spot afterwards. Which,
She rejected your kiss and then you took it to the.
no, because we're gonna go anyway.
I would have took her home.
No. We drove.
Wow,
up
you've
there,
been
met
like,
there.
no, you get
We
no
drove
good
and met
food.
there. Nah, but we drove up there, met, we were chilling or whatever, and then afterwards.
Should have her mom order my ambulance.
Oh wow. But then after that, we chilled. After that, the date felt like it went fine. Like a lot of interest. Like, you know, I'd be bullshitting, dancing. She going, hey. So I'm like, And so after we left, I was gonna walk away. She made a face like, really, and we kissed or whatever like that.
Oh, you finally kissed?
Yeah, we did. It was cool.
Okay.
But it was so weird because after that, like trying to get in contact with her,
Wasn't happening.
nothing.
Was that the one you're talking about?
Yeah,
earlier
Ghost
in the
City.
year?
Ghost.
Oh, her.
Ghost City.
Okay,
Ghost
okay.
City. Like I post a meme like my anxiety tells. Sometimes I stop talking to people
was pretty, too.
because my anxiety tells me
time
that
to
they
move
don't want to
forward.
talk to me no more. She was
Yeah.
one of the first people that liked that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, dog. She
You know what she did? She probably clicked that and then looked at who it was and was like, "Fuck." I've seen that happen. I've lived that. I've been that guy. But
Like, you
I don't
know-
want to talk to this person. I
And
gotta
the
eat
craziest
that.
thing, bro, like she would be all in my stories, all in my shit, but wouldn't respond back to my
I
texts.
think what it is her old nigga came back into her life or something.
Probably.
Because for her to just drop you like that out of nowhere,
Like, it
she
was-
could have at least picked up your calls.
Right? Like it was crazy because like I
Reply
sent
to
a
text.
I sent a text, we were chilling or whatever. Well, I sent a text and it was like, so Sunday night we hung out. Monday I was like, yo, you know, hope all is well, whatever. Like, hope you had a great night, whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I've been thinking about you. Had a great time last night, like a breath of fresh air. Hope you had a great day. Why are you going nah for? What do you say that for?
I don't know, like she was ghosting you, bro. Like,
Yeah, she goes. No, after
for
that,
a minute.
after that, she goes.
She was ghosting you for a long minute.
After that text,
Yeah.
that's when she started ghosting.
'Cause I remember you
I
were
think we
like,
can talk a little.
oh, sorry. And I remember you were like, oh, I think I'm done with her. And I'm like, nah, man, you've only hit her up like once or twice. Do it one more time. Three strikes are out. And you're like, man, I don't know. I'm like, come on, bro.
Because I have
Just
a lot
one
of
more
pride.
time.
I have so much fucking pride. My motto is I don't chase them, I replace them.
And
That's,
I convinced him to do it one more time. I think he
Yeah,
did it. He
yeah,
came back so mad and
I was like, yo,
disappointed.
fuck that, bro.
I was
had
like,
to
I'm
delete
sorry,
her off
bro.
everything, bro. I'm a petty guy, bro. In that
You
regard,
gotta work
fucking
on
right.
that, dog.
What he said?
You gotta work on that.
But dog, am I wrong for that? You gonna curve me like that? Come on, like
At least be an adult about it and like
you know what I'm
reply.
saying? Be like, yo,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to fuck with you like that no more.
Yeah.
Cool, but if you ghosted me,
We're
bro,
adults. We're adults now. It's not cool at this age.
Nah, fuck
You
that.
know.
To ghost anybody, yeah, that does
Yeah.
suck.
Ghosting is like,
If
dudes
you're
do
over
it all-
if you're over 22, you should be able to be like, "Hey, I'm not feeling you like I thought I did," or my boyfriend took me back, or whatever. But don't
Yeah.
just ghost people.
Oh, it's the
That's
worst,
childish.
Bro. It's the worst.
Some
But-
people are just childish. Like I think that sometimes it's hard for us to accept the idea
Or
that people are just like
At
not
least
there.
block me. But the fact that you're ghosting me and
I
not
can't
blocking
take
me,
that.
that's disrespect. Like
I can't take it. But you know what? I miss girls back in the day when they just curve you up front.
fair enough.
There's so many creepy niggas out here that girls are just gotta play it. They gotta play it so smooth. Like, I miss
Oh,
when
yeah.
yeah. There's so many creepy guys out there that girls gotta be like, they gotta be
Oh,
very.
I gotta
fair
show
enough.
you. There's this guy. He comments on like so many women who like I just know tangentially. Any post, he comments on it, and I find him the most fascinating individual I've ever seen on social media.
Why is that? What is he doing?
He just
What does he
everything,
comment?
just dumb
Like,
things.
over the top shit. Like,
Not over
I
the
would
top,
drink your
like-
bathwater.
Nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
But it's like he tries to create regular conversations and lead into how they should be with him, and it's like any woman who's remotely attractive.
How do you know this nigga, bro?
I don't know him. I've seen him
I've
around.
seen him on so many posts.
But it's like every time, like I meet like somebody who lives around here, and they're like female and single, every time, and unless they develop like a debilitating drug addiction,
But you know what's
he
the
is
crazy
in
part?
their comments.
We can't even be mad at him because if he wants to talk to her, that's the best way to do it.
But he's
But
so
it's-
bad at it.
But what is he saying?
Just give me like 2 seconds. Oh, I can't. My phone is our camera.
Some girls will like it though.
No, he's bad at it. He's like
What is he? Is he black? What is
white
he?
guy,
White?
zero game. Like Even if he has zero communication skills.
But the thing is it's like, it sucks because that's like, if you want to talk to someone you met them online, like that is like, I think that should be an Olympic sport, sliding into a DMs successfully.
Most girls don't even check their DMs anymore now.
Yeah.
Like it's
Honestly.
so ridiculously hard. Like for instance, like that girl that shit went bad with, I met her online, and I know like there was like 9 other comedians she knows that we know.
Okay.
So I was just like, all right, she's pretty. I don't know her, and so you got to sit back and think, how am I gonna approach this person? You know, is this the game? Because I thought about it, like. You know how like in Sherlock Holmes he thinks, okay, do this, do that, do. So I thought about it like, one, do I go, hey, what's up? Basic, boom, she ain't gonna want to talk to you, you know? And her, like, she's half Turkish, so I was like, what the fuck does your name mean? You know, how you pronounce that? That's the best way to do that. But she was like, yeah, you hit me up, but I was waiting for you. I added you, and I was waiting for you to hit me up. But it's more so of like, you have to. Like, that's a lot of pressure. You got to sit back and think, yo.
Because you only have, like, one chance to really make an impression.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, for example, my girl, I've been with her for 2 years now. What up, babe? Anyway. when I met her, it was online, actually. And I had commented on one of her posts. And she told me, like, a year after we started dating, she was like, hey, I almost blocked you, actually. And I was like, why? She's like, that first comment you made, I didn't know if you were joking or being an asshole.
Nigga, what did you say?
Something about her melanin was popping. Some you know.
Is she insecure, bro? How you not know melanin popping is...
No, because she didn't know, because she's pretty dark. But I know, I like that shit. But she didn't know if I was just being a sarcastic asshole, or if I meant it, or if I was just trying to, you know, make a joke out of it. You know, so she was like, I almost blocked you because I thought you were just being sarcastic. You know, a parody of like that, what the Hotep brothers online. You know, hey, queen, your melanin is shining like the stars and the moon in the night. You know, so she
like the soil from native Africa.
Exactly. So she was like, I almost blocked you off rip. So
you see, complimenting a girl almost got this man.
So I tried to find this guy's comments, and I quickly realized he's been put in Facebook jail because that's what happens to him every 2 months. Apparently, he just blanketly comments on so many posts that they think he's a bot.
Dang.
Yeah,
man, that sucks.
That nigga's dedicated.
I love that you have feeling. You feel for this guy. I'm telling you right now.
Gets nothing,
if you saw his comments, you would be like, this guy might be a serial murderer.
I don't know the comments to go.
Like, I wish I could give you screenshots.
No. But based off what Hazam said so far, it sounds like the guy gets no play.
He's not good.
If you're casting your net that wide, that means you're trying to get anything that.
Yeah,
anything that.
But I mean, like, he's also shooting way outside of his register. Like, he's got like that picture. You know, like you see that picture on Facebook that's way too close to their face, and they have a hat on. And they just, it's like that.
Wait, so they're actually pretty girls. It's not like
everyone. Yeah. Oh, it's not any woman ever. It's like women well outside of his cap bracket.
More power to him. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Listen.
No.
Let that nigga shoot his shot.
Listen, I truly believe in the idea of having attractive kids. Because I know as a father, I don't want to, I'm gonna sound like an asshole. But I know I want to.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah, please.
You're gonna sound like an
yes. Just go.
You
Dude, do not stop. Don't stop him, Phil. I need to know where this is going badly.
Hero established he's an asshole. The first 6 minutes.
Hero, how is this gonna go?
He got amnesia, bro. What up with all my friends in my podcast? It's like, damn, am I an asshole? I realize, like, everyone.
I can admit this. Listen.
Okay.
For like the last since 6 years, I want to say.
Okay.
I've shot high. You know, I've only gone for women that I know are more attractive than me.
You said the past what?
Like 6 years or so, like since I graduated high school.
You've just been shooting for the fences.
Exactly. No, not shooting for fences, but
Yeah, but I mean,
I aim high. Women that I know are way out of my league. You know, out of my league.
Yeah.
So I never want to look at my kid one day and think, God, this kid is ugly as fuck. You know.
What if they have all your genes though? Like, what if?
Yeah, you could have a daughter who is your spitting image.
You're right, and I would still be thinking it. And knowing myself as an asshole, because I tend not to filter what I say.
We know.
Hopefully,
we know.
I'm super aware.
Hopefully, with age, this changes. But
no, bro.
No, dog, that's not how this works at all.
It works. You're gonna be them old dudes on the rocking chair eating nuts. You always gonna be going like that. Hey, Junior. You're gonna be that old curmudgeon. No. He's gonna be the dudes with like the Bahama Mama shirt with the chest hairs out,
Oh.
grinding on young girls in the club.
This is one of my greatest fears is one day saying out loud, God, my kid is ugly as hell. You know, so
Wow.
You can't love an ugly kid, bro.
I can, but
It's just
I
wild.
know things are way harder when you're ugly.
Yeah, and it starts
Life
with you,
is
nigga.
way
If
harder.
you don't like your ugly
That's
kid,
what I'm saying.
Like you're like what you're describing is deep level childhood trauma you're about to put in your child.
No, not at all. Not
Oh,
at
yeah.
all.
Oh, dude, 100%.
I'm trying to save my. Listen. I believe in the idea of saving your kid as much troubles as possible.
Okay.
So you're acting like if your kid is ugly by the age of 5, you coming in the room
Not age
and
5.
you're putting the pillow
Not
on
age
his
5.
Did you just describe infanticide? You just described infanticide.
The nigga sound like he's gonna do it, bro.
No,
A
no,
little
no,
bit.
No, not
All
age 5.
right, fair point.
I would say maybe middle school age, like when he starts growing into his features.
So just regular ass child murder.
no, I wouldn't kill him. No, I'm not gonna kill the guy. But
Did
I
you
feel
not
like-
say when?
Listen. I feel like I'm.
He
He's
said
like, no,
not
no, no,
infanticide.
when they-
Maybe when they're in
like-
middle school.
I feel like I'm be at the bus stop one day waiting for him to get off the bus, and like he's walking to a bus. I'm like, God damn, this kid's ugly.
But the thing is, even if you have someone with who's pretty,
Fair enough.
they could have a branch in the family tree you didn't even know was there.
Fair enough. But I like
First of all,
And that get activated.
I like to work the numbers, though. You know.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna be like, this is why I am a firm believer of cross pollinating your breeding and working toward having a mixed race child because it's God's Photoshop.
Nah, I think.
God's Photoshop.
You know what?
I'm
I think having
chubby
mixed
and I-
kids is rough too, though.
Oh yeah.
Like
What?
a lot of these mixed kids have a lot of like
Oh, yeah.
self-esteem and identification issues.
It's because it's bullshit on both sides. White people are terrible. Black people are terrible. Both cultures do not accept us.
people are terrible.
Both of us are terrible. Yeah, yes.
I'm
Yes.
teasing.
Well, it's just frustrating to no fucking end. But it really is God's Photoshop.
So did you feel growing up you had identity? Because you're mixed.
Oh yeah. Black kids hated me growing up.
Really?
Oh,
Do
hated
tell.
me.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to my kids.
Yeah, black kids hated me.
Why? Because
I
you're
talk
light-skinned?
weird. I mean, this is how I talk.
Dude, bro.
Same here.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, this
yeah,
nigga gay. He watch anime. It's like,
Yeah.
really, bro?
Yeah,
And like
being-
all shit that's like culturally acceptable now, I just did. But like back then, it'd be like, you like video games? You a fucking bitch. And I'd be like,
What niggas you grew up near?
Nah, that's weird.
yeah,
That's weird.
I had well, like obviously video games I liked were like, I was like, did you guys play Kingdom Hearts?
Oh,
Like,
like the
you
weirder
fucking-
video.
yeah.
Not weird, but like
If it was
it
any,
wasn't Call of Duty.
it wasn't
and
like I play Call of
Madden.
Duty obviously, but I did not play Madden. I still don't play Madden.
I don't play
Yeah.
Madden or
I
something like
I
that.
didn't play like NBA 2K.
Yeah.
And then, like, I like fighting games, but I was never like super into them. And that's like the like holy trinity of black culture.
Yeah.
Like, if
Fighting
you're not
games,
playing, if like number one being
Mortal
like we
Kombat,
both worked at a
2K.
GameStop. When a brother walked in and asked for anything other than Madden, Call of Duty, or a current coming out fighting game,
Yeah.
I was like, oh cool, you're one of us.
Bro, check this out. I was working at GameStop, right? I saw this nigga with dreads, golds, tats.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he gonna cop 2K Madden,
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat. Okay,
One of those.
One of those. This nigga goes to the Wii section.
yeah.
Nigga pull out. I'm like, what the?
What do you get?
Get the fuck out the store.
Do you know what he got?
Dog, it was something like very kiddish, bro. I don't know if it
It's
was.
probably for
I don't
like,
know if it was like
Hello Kitty.
I don't know if it was Pikmin or some shit like
Oh,
that.
okay, might have been for his kid. To be fair,
Dog, but you know, working at GameStop,
yeah,
bro,
it fucks with you a little bit though.
working at GameStop, bro, like there's some people I look like. I'm like, yo, you're up to no good. Like there's this one dude who was balding.
Okay.
He looked like
black
Carl.
man?
No. He looked like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh shit. Okay, I think I
He
know
looked
what you're
like
talking
that.
about.
And this nigga is picking up his pre-order for the latest Pokemon.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And I'm-
He's harmless. He's just really
I don't
into
trust
Pokemon.
him. There's some people you look at, you're like, nah, I'm good. We don't know if he's harmless. He probably pulls some lovely bone shit.
No, he's legit harmless.
That's
He's
the
like a
kinda-
barely functional human being.
They're scary. Like, yo, I've seen some, like, I thought I was a gamer till working at GameStop. I ain't a gamer.
Nah, yeah. There were so many games that I had no
Like,
idea
some
about.
niggas look like they don't even brush their teeth. All they do is eat Mountain Dew. Like, if they had toothpaste, it'd be made out of Mountain Dew and
like the stereotype,
Doritos.
typical
Oh, the stereotype's true.
South Park gamer look.
I used
Dude.
to jokingly say that, like, the longer you're in there, like, the smell of, like, people who haven't showered and imbued in the carpet.
Yeah.
Like, it would be there would be, like, a point in the day where, like, all I could smell was BO and I just wanted to die.
Dude, it was dude,
Yeah.
let me tell you one time, like, because people that order PC games, it's
Oh, they're totally gamers.
no. The thing is that like PC games, they're not really sent to the store like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I messed up something, and I'm trying to fix it for this guy, and he's at the back, You know, in GameStop, like if you're waiting in line, you could just stand. He stood there looking like Tupac from Juice, and he was just looking at me like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, my nigga, it is just a fucking computer game, bro.
He probably waited weeks for it, and
Yeah, that was his
just,
entire week.
He was just standing there looking.
You ruined
at
his week,
dog. But you just meet a lot of interesting people.
Yeah.
And the thing is, bro, it's weird because it's like growing up is making you have the identity issue. You don't know who, like white people, you're too black. Black people, you're too white.
Yeah, same here.
But there's that middle ground of where we fall in.
Yeah.
Like people like me and him growing up, you speak a certain. Well, it's even different for him because you had an accent for a minute.
Yeah.
So it's like when growing up.
Yeah.
When you're like the black articulate kid that likes different shit, you're pretty much, I call it mixed kid.
Yeah, you're ostracized.
Yeah, you're pretty much like a mixed kid because like when I'm around white people, for some reason like they think you're too black, but you're really not, and so they'll be like, "Hey Phil, you heard the new blah blah blah," and they're like, "Nah." And they're like looking at you like, "What a waste." And black people be like, "Yo, this." Like I remember at barber school, this one dude, he was like. He didn't really talk to me. I'm like, yo, why didn't you really talk to me? Barber school. He was like, nigga, you talk like a white boy. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's for a nigga not to even want to talk to you because.
Nah, because there's always stereotypes and ideas of what someone that, you know, he probably thought you might look down at him.
Yeah.
No.
You know.
But like that's the common thing I found is like, or like if they met my mom, like if my mom came to school and my mom is a white woman,
blonde hair,
immediately it was like, I see mom's white. So that means your life is great. And I always want to be like, nah, like I love my mom, but nah, that's not how that worked at all. Like
that niggas really were thinking.
Oh yeah, oh dog. Even like older black people. Like there was a security guard at one of the places my mom worked who like refused to believe that like I was her child. Like assumed Max was her child.
Yeah.
They don't even look anything alike. Even like not even in the same spectrum of white people at all.
Wow.
And he like refused to believe. Refused. He's like,
but it's an ultimately weird thing because like the only time you'll feel like you're with your people is when you talk to other people that talk like you.
Yeah.
Like Donald Glover, like people like that. Or like when me and you started hanging out, it was like things like that. So when we hang out, we could talk reckless.
Yeah.
We could talk reckless. But it's so weird because like when you hang out with your white friends, for some reason you see yourself acting more.
Yeah, you calm down a little bit.
No, like you act more like niggerish.
Yeah, take it up a notch.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's the expectation to a degree.
Why is that though? It's like sometimes you feel yourself doing it, and you're like,
I don't know. Like it was one of the upsides that like when I found out you were coming to the bachelor party, I was like, okay, cool. So I don't have to be like that black guy.
You don't even have to do that with that group of people.
I don't, but like still sometimes like especially because we were going to a new location, I was like, will I have to like puff my chest out and be scary at some point? No, we didn't have to. It was fine. And also, at no point did I feel like I was going to get abandoned somewhere and I might die.
Nah.
There were like...
I doubt you want to do that in New Orleans, puff up your chest. Niggas be shooting over there.
Yeah, but you know what? Did you not see Max when we were out there? No, you guys were slightly separated. You remember how they kept telling us, like, yo, the homeless people try to stab you? 3 of them came at him at once, and he just turned and went, no. And they scattered like fucking roaches. I was like, damn, my friend is terrifying.
We don't have to do that.
My friend is terrifying.
New Orleans sounds
dangerous. Oh, absolutely.
It's a fucking wonderful city. You'll die there.
It's one of those places where one street, you're like, oh my God, it's nice. And then you, like, while you're looking at one street, you'll land in hell.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
It's a fucking...
There's some places that look like Katrina just left.
Yeah.
Like, literally,
like a block from the house we stayed in was just a house that had a tree growing to the middle of it.
Yeah, bro. Like
a block away.
Under the, I wouldn't say it's a bridge.
Yeah, it was a bridge with the poop smell.
It smelled like piss. It's like I walked in a urethra, bro.
Yeah.
It smelled just like pee.
It was wild. And that was like, I don't know, maybe 4 miles. A mile. Oh, no, it was a mile. Piss, a mile from like the French Quarter, which also smelled like piss.
Because
people were the French Quarter, to be fair.
People were drunk.
But nah, bro. So it's like, it's a weird thing. But when I'm near white people, I'm talking like fucking, well, hello there. Like, it's just, it's really
no. But I think that's all black people. All black people have like a white voice, though.
Yeah.
No. It's not like for me. I don't even have to do that. But it's just weird.
Yeah.
We're doing that like. We're doing that voice.
Yeah.
If you're talking to someone white, but for the most part, like if I'm talking to certain people that are black, it's like for some reason it's like the other side is heightened.
Yeah. No, but I think it all comes from us. I I don't know, at least being dark and big like I am. I've always been a dark and big kid. Just being cognizant of the idea that, you know, things you do might be taken kind of way. Because I remember once I was like in 4th grade, and I was still learning English at the time. And I remember that there was this game we were playing, me and 2 girls, and they were like bouncing me off each other. It sounds silly, but they were like I don't know. It just sounds weird.
Nigga, how big were the girls and how small?
No, it was like 4th grade. It was 4th grade. So I was about, I mean, I was like 2 inches, 3 inches taller than them, but just bouncing me, and you know, we're having a good time.
Were they like pushing you?
Yeah. Like,
okay.
And they're like 5 feet apart. And it was cool. I was having fun. And then at one point, I tripped and fell, and I grabbed the nearest thing to me, which happened to be one of the girls, right?
Okay.
So the girl apparently first she put a note because the teacher had like a suggestion box or whatever. She told on me. She was like, "Oh, he touched me inappropriately." I don't know if that was what she said, but she said something because all I know is that like the next day I came in and I was in trouble. I had to go to the principal's office, and you know the officer was there. You know my parents are still learning English themselves. They're working English even worse than mine at that point.
An officer was there?
Yeah, officer was there.
Nigga, you're
like,
in 4th grade.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, the girl apparently I told her parents." I know from what they made it seem like, it sounded like she made it sound like I had touched her titty or whatever on purpose. Because, you know, like I said, I fell, grabbed the nearest thing to me, you know, trying to hold on, whatever. And, you know, luckily I had a black principal at that time.
Okay.
So she talked to my parents, she talked to me, and I told her what happened, you know, through my broken English, of course. And she understood. She was like, okay, I understand. She didn't give me a suspension or anything. But just from that point on, I just been cognizant of the idea of, you know, just...
What was the ethnicity of the girl?
She was like Brazilian, I think, but she was like, she looked lighter.
Yeah.
Like one of them more European-looking Hispanics.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, just since I've been cognizant of the idea of it, and then that was maybe one turning point in my life in terms of, you know, interactions with white people. You know, then another one's like in high school, you know, I used to, you know, because what really made me start fitting in life was first I learned English, the accent left.
Right.
I started faking an American accent because I was like, you know what, I'm done with this shit. I don't want to be outed as a Haitian. I wasn't.
It wasn't cool being a Haitian back in the day.
Cool.
People were getting jumped.
No, it was not.
It was not fun.
Like I didn't go through that.
So like in 5th grade, I went in with like a fake American accent.
What
like,
accent were you using though?
I was faking like this, sound like this, and
Very generic American accent. Yeah.
but it got to the point where it's like I didn't even have the Haitian accent anymore. It just started being my normal accent. And then like in middle school is when I really started making friends, you know, being funny, everyone except the funny guy.
Yeah.
Then by like high school, I realized like people were getting comfortable with me to the point of like they're making like low key racist jokes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not feeling comfortable with this. And then by the time college came around, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be that. I don't ever want to be in a place in life where white people are comfortable being racist around me and thinking that I'm gonna laugh along with them. That was maybe another, you know.
But you know what's so weird about that? Growing up, I realized like I had a white friend tell me like they're watching football and you're hearing like these white dudes who I know, I'd be laughing, hey, what's up? And and he's telling me like, yeah, bro, they be saying some wild shit, and it makes you go like.
Yeah,
you know, like the joke about the meeting, like when they're in the, so it makes you go like, dang, that's
how people do it.
But it's just crazy because it's like you hear these people say that, and then when they're next to you, like, hey, Bill, but it's weird because like
that's human nature, bro.
Yeah, I know it's human nature, but it's so weird when you hear that certain people talk a certain way, and it's like, damn, they're really like that. So that's always gonna throw you off.
I assume everyone I meet who's white is kind of racist. It sounds fucked up,
No,
but
that's
like,
why.
I just assume as such.
That's why I'm against like what do they call them, like hate laws or whatever. Is that what they call them?
But like the anti-discrimination laws and
hate
stuff like
crimes. That's why I'm against like hate crime laws and shit that like ban words and stuff. Like I'd rather. Because I'd rather know someone's racist and just know not to mess with them instead of having it be a surprise after I know this guy for like 3 years and I think they're a cool guy. I go to their house. You know, they have like a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm one of the first people when somebody's
I
like,
prefer a blatant racist.
Yeah, well,
you know,
I say that all the time when people are like, I'm gonna move out of here. I'm gonna move out of the South. I'm like, I prefer Southern racism to any other kind of race. It's the best racism. No white guy is gonna walk up to me with their racism here and be like, "It's not you, it's the other ones." They're like, "All black people are terrible. Fuck you. Go back to your country."
It's a different kind of racism.
Yeah.
Because at least, because I would say like the clearest ways you can see it is the racism of like Republicans versus Democrats. So
Yeah.
You know how Republicans are more like,
Yeah.
you know, oh, you still can't hear me? My bad.
It-
That was close enough.
The second you shift over, it's the
My bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
My bad. Of like how Republicans are more along the line of, you know, let them, you know, welfares, get them off welfares, cut that.
Yeah.
Let's cut food stamps. They can, you know, the white, they you know, they've been on these long enough. They can do it on their own, yada, yada, yada. At least that type of racism, at least that type of racism has a level of like humanity in it, of like, oh, they're people too, they can work for it, whatever.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the racism of like low expectations of like, oh, we need to help the black community. They need this, they need that, they need affirmative action.
But you know, the thing is,
you know.
a lot of that is more so disingenuous because they're just saying that because they feel like, well, we can help them
That's what
to
I'm
act
saying.
like they're a part of the group to be understanding, you know?
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, more so of like, oh, we could help them do this and that, but it doesn't really help. They could act like they're helping because
Yeah.
it can help them.
Yeah.
I guess so. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Because
you.
like getting that black vote is crucial.
Yeah.
So
And it's
that's
hard.
So that's pretty much all
It's
they're
super
trying
hard.
to do. And you said, so back to what you were saying, I thought about that. Like, you friends with someone for 25 years.
Yeah.
Well, y'all like brothers, go to his wedding, whatever, and then y'all eating food.
Then some like
Dinner,
dinner drops
and then-
of like him calling you nigger.
Not
to his
even like he
family.
pulls out a plate of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, eat up, nigger. Like, do you go like,
We fight. That's it. It's fisticuffs time.
Like-
We have it in Donnybrook.
So-
We're committing to violence.
so
Let's
hold
go.
on. So
Yeah.
he's joking though.
Nah, dog.
like I said-
We've been friends long enough. You know the ER is not acceptable.
Especially the hard R, the hard ER. Even,
Yeah.
Even when there's this girl at work, I don't know, Jaya. She uses the hard ER and she uses like the same venom as like white people.
You ain't gotta use the names, bro.
I don't care.
Okay, all right.
Jaya. J-A-H-I.
Damn, this
He spelled
Jaya.
it. He
hero don't
spelled it.
give a fuck.
She uses the hard ER, and even with her, she's black.
And it still bothers you?
Caribbean.
She says she's Indian, but she's of Negro descent.
Okay,
She uses
fair.
the hard ER with the same venom and malice in her voice that like white people use. And
Oh,
even
yeah.
that feels uncomfortable.
It's a word that sounds incredibly hateful.
Yeah.
No matter the content. Like even with the solid A, like if you say it the right way, it like cuts to the core of you, just the phrasing of the way it goes.
Yeah.
But that ER, the second I hear that, like it,
But
it-
it's crazy.
in life it happens. I jokingly tell white people, I'm like, once a month somebody calls me that.
Yeah.
It's
serious?
months a month.
You serious?
Especially with my job, because I'm just out and about in the community pretty often, and there's just a chance I'm going to piss somebody off. It happens.
It's
I've
weird
had
because like,
parents
I
do
have
it.
my friend, right? My best friend, Spanish, like one of my best friends. We like
Okay.
joke around, call him a beaner. And
Yeah.
you're like, just that's just what we just insult each other like that.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, is it because we're both minorities, and I know their family. There's a lot of like it's one of those like Spanish families where it's like it's very joined, where he got black relatives and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
him for whatever. So that's my homie, but it's like I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's like it's a weird thing.
I feel
I
like-
think, is it person to person?
I think it could be person to person.
What do you mean?
Like for instance, like
How you take the ER?
like you'll tolerate one person.
But like that's also like years of like roasting that you guys know your limits
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Like if it's somebody I don't know who like thinks that we're cool and comes out with like a rough joke, like especially like I get a lot of Muslim jokes. You come out with some wild like goat fucker joke or some shit like that, then I'm like,
You see, I've never
Fuck
said
outta
no,
here.
I've never said no shit like that to you.
no, you
Ever.
haven't
Ever.
because you know that shit bothers me.
I wouldn't even say some shit like that. That's
white
just-
people, white people flagrant. Let's be real here. They'll be doing dumb shit. Like I've never had like if black people roast me. Generally, even people I don't know are like you guys.
know-
It's about like the general demeanor and way I carry myself. By comparison, white people hone in on that like one thing
Go
that you
listen.
fucking like they sense in your soul. White people offend you inside of you. Black people talk about the shit that you are currently doing
Listen.
outside.
Hey, look at this bummy ass
yeah.
flip flop wearing
Listen,
nigga.
not gonna lie, I've used the goat fucker joke once or twice.
Get the fuck out of
You
here.
know
No,
what?
I'm joking.
But the
But
thi-
sorry, my bad. You can talk. You can talk.
No, say what you're gonna say.
Oh no, I was gonna say like, but my philosophy on roasting people is I believe in the idea of total warfare. Like if you're gonna go into this, I'm gonna kill you early and get this over with.
I'm sorry, you just throw a nuclear bomb offset. It's like,
Oh yeah, he be going on.
Yeah.
it's no light jabs. It's just like, fuck it,
But
I'm
the
throwing a
thing is,
grenade down your throat.
I would never call you goat for number one. I know you're not
Yeah, I'm not Middle Eastern. Yeah.
It's your religion.
Yeah.
So it's even more offensive
Because
because
they're dumb.
they assume, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're from a particular region where people make jokes about people that live in that
Yeah.
area. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's weird, bro, because when I was in Costa Rica, that's the first time you feel like more of an American when you somewhere else.
Oh yeah, because they treat you differently.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's crazy because, like,
They know you're American.
not even that, because they don't, like, when you think about it, bro, like, we're the jocks of the world.
Oh, yeah.
More or less.
We come in the room, we have a swagger to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we were in Costa chilling and we were doing a little nightclub, whatever, and they're like, "Yo, be careful, keep your head on the swivel because they don't like they're thinking about Americans, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Cause you think about it, I fuck around, pull a girl, start grinding on her, and some nigga be like,
Nah, fam.
"Nah, fuck
Nah.
out of here."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know Spanish like that. And there's like where I was staying at, there's like an ice thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, no.
Nice thing.
Like ice, like the illegal.
Oh, ice. That guy
Yeah.
like a block of ice.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I put two and two together pretty quickly.
I
Like
apologize.
like,
You know what I'm
bad.
saying? So it's just like, it's so crazy because like when you go over there and they peep you out, you go from black to American.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's odd, isn't it? You think about it, like, we're...
Like for instance, I go over there, I'm American.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit happens, and so the president or someone has to make negotiations to get me over there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm American to the foreign country. Negotiations, they know I'm a black.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna
negotiate with terrorists.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna send out Chuck Norris to come rescue me. They might send like a carrier
Just
pigeon.
filled in, or
Yeah, a carrier
Richard
pigeon.
Simmons.
A carrier pigeon. Hey nigga, ride this one out. Bye. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's pretty much what. And it's crazy. It takes you going. Like for instance, when you go to Haiti, they know you are not American.
Yeah.
They
You
know
smell
off-
different. Your color.
Your skin.
Your skin glows different.
Yeah, they
You
know you're not from that place.
Probably
whatever.
chubbier than everyone else.
Yeah, so it's just a weird concept of how that works. But when you come back here, people
Yeah,
look
you're
at-
immediately back to being...
Dog, you know what? Some old lady tried me one time, bro. Like I'm walking down downtown Stewart. It was after a theater rehearsal, and I used to do theater.
Okay.
And this bitch get out this raggedy ass car, and she had a flip phone, and she saw me, and she gripped it and walked away.
Oh, yeah, that's happened to me.
And I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody trying to steal no fucking flip phone.
Yeah.
This is back in 2012. It's like, bitch, you're so racist where you like, it's the point where you realize there's a class level, like, bitch,
Oh.
like, ain't nobody trying to steal that fucking razor you have.
One of my first racist experiences, I was like maybe 6 or 7, and me and my siblings were playing in the backyard.
Okay.
And behind our house, there was like a fence or whatever, and the backyard neighbors or whatever was right behind us. So the neighbor's wife was in the backyard, and she had like Alzheimer's or dementia, some shit like that. And she started going off on like the most racist rant ever, like "Get out of here, niggers! Get out of here! This isn't your house. No, you don't live here." You know, she was saying like whoever lived there. I don't know, people that lived before us, I guess, because they died. That's how we got the house. But yeah, they're like, this went on for like 10, 20 minutes before I guess maybe her husband was asleep or he just got home. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." He brings her in the house, whatever. He comes back later. He's like, "Listen, I'm so sorry. You know, she has Alzheimer's, dementia, whatever it was. You know, she's usually not like that. I don't know what got into her.
Bullshit.
XYZ, XY. He's apologizing to my dad. He's apologizing to me and my siblings or whatever. And that was like the first, like,
But you know
openly
what's so
racist
crazy?
experience. So.
The crazy thing about that is like, you got Alzheimer's,
Yeah.
but you forget to not be racist.
You know how Alzheimer's works, though? It just kind of rolls back the
Brings
clock.
you back
It
to, like,
doesn't.
your younger self.
Yeah, it just rolls you back.
Yeah.
So, like, you think about it, she probably unlearned a lot of those things over time.
it is not
At
about
least
learning.
a little bit.
It's about hiding it. That's all it is.
For some of them, they do unlearn it. And that's because I work with a lot of older people. Some of them work hard to unlearn.
Perhaps.
Some do. Some don't.
Perhaps.
Some are just like, what the problem is, just like we already talked about. But for some of them, it's like a point of pride that they don't want to be that person anymore. It just depends.
I don't know, like sometimes where it's at that point where like for racism, like even though like if you call a white person racist, their career is on
dead,
the brink.
Dead, like that fucking
But
guy
as
with the
for
SNL thing.
but as for like,
Not really, not as much.
well, it depends on what level they're at. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like you know, like, well, in general, because if you film someone acting stupid, Black Twitter is going in.
Yeah.
But
But
Black
I'm
doesn't
saying
really matter to white people.
no. I'm saying it don't.
Black Twitter fuck you shit, but fucking
Okay.
shit. It'll fucking shit up to where you'll lose
Fair
money.
enough, fair enough. But, in
But
my
I'm saying
opinion, I
like,
think it's like,
let's say if we walk out right now and someone start
Yeah.
ranting crazy and we go and one of us pulls up our phones,
Yeah.
their career could be
fair enough. But
done.
I think
depending on where they work.
Yeah.
You know, if they're at Burger King, okay, they might go into a Wendy's. But if you have a career,
You're fucked.
you're
But
fucked.
I think
because-
in terms of like things you can do to get canceled is like number one is like anything sexual related, sexual assault, rape, whatever. I think number two is like homophobia or transphobia.
Oh, yeah.
that stuff, and then
I think
racism.
I think homophobia.
Because I've seen people come back from racism.
I feel like no.
It depends on what you've done when it comes to racism.
What you call it? That dude Kramer is not coming back.
Yeah, he never came back from that.
Was he ever? He was never.
He,
Like,
he,
after
he was
Seinfeld,
still
it was never
working.
that big.
He doesn't work anymore. Like he was still
Yeah.
working.
He's getting checks from Seinfeld like every month. He's not. He was doing like one or two stand-up shows a year.
I mean,
Nah, he was still booking
You know.
pilots. He was still working.
But bro. That boy is out of here. But to be honest, I feel like sexual assault.
I'm talking about more like young and in their prime of their career.
I feel like sexual assault and transphobic and all that and homophobia. I feel like that's very. It's like when two teams won the same amount of games.
Yeah.
But there's like something that makes one team first place.
Yeah.
I feel like those are very close. I feel like those
Sexual
are
assault will kill your career easily.
absolutely.
Easily. Like
Absolutely.
the fact that Aziz even came.
You know
back
what? No,
at
I
all
can't say that because
is-
no.
What?
Ooh.
Well, Kevin Hart was joking when he said that, but if he was out here really being,
Wait,
Oh yeah,
Joe.
yeah. If there was real accusations behind Kevin Hart wouldn't have a career. Like
yeah.
that's the thing. You can say a bad joke and apologize for it, just like how Kevin Hart said homophobic things in the past, and that hindered him, but he could still continue to
but the thing
function.
is,
for
when
that.
you think about it, like it's weird because it's like the time period in which he said people would joke around. Like,
Oh yeah.
so
It
it's
was
weird
bullshit what
because
happened
like
to
so
him.
when you pull like. We're looking hindsight 2020 what they said long ago and be like, yo, that's fucked up. Like John Wayne interview when he's talking about,
Oh yeah,
like
John was
we're
fucking
gonna
trash.
roll our eyes, but this is the sick. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
not gonna be woke or anything like that. Like some people, like probably 50 years ago, how some people like openly talk shit about gay people or trans
Yeah.
people. They're gonna look at white people in the 50s that didn't like interracial dating.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's just like.
I think the other thing though is like we've changed so much in a short period of time. Like I brought up Wedding Crashers. If you rewatch that movie is a nightmare of a film. Like you sit there and you're like, how do, like the trailer to The Hangover has the line where Bradley Cooper clearly says the F word. That was in the marketing material in the Green Band trailer. You couldn't even do that today.
Like Hitch, you couldn't even make that movie.
You could
now.
not make Hitch.
You could
and like
not
you factor
make-
that Hitch was a forward-thinking movie for its era.
Yeah.
Like
Especially that scene where I don't forget the white guy's name where he kisses
Kevin James?
Will Smith.
Yeah,
and
Kevin
he, like,
James.
slaps him. He's like, "Don't ever do that shit."
Yeah. Yeah. Like
But I don't even hold on. So I don't even know. Like 90-10 is. I don't even.
then you
don't
come
even
90,
know.
I come 10 does kind of work.
I just go for the pounce when I see the lip eye. If they keep looking at my eye, lip, that whole thing. After a while, I'm like,
You go for the body language move.
I try. Hey, look,
There were all right to do just because now you brought up Hitch and that's a movie like I find deeply fascinating as like a cultural
yeah,
artifact.
you cannot bring that shit back now.
Oh
but
my
nowadays.
god, you couldn't. But like, there's a lot of like valid things that he says in that movie,
Bro,
that are kind of beautiful,
Dog,
and then there's
just
some that's
that,
fucking dumb.
Just that will. Because
What?
wait, hold on. You know what?
He
probably-
doesn't do anything in the movie that's terrible.
He doesn't, but the
Come on,
ideas
na-
behind it would be considered misogynistic by the days.
But like the whole point of the movie is that like he was wrong.
Fair enough.
Like
but
the movie itself is fine, but you are right. Like the premise.
He was
Yeah.
a ladies' man or whatever
it
like
doesn't
that.
stop.
But he's
the
in a ladies'
SJWs.
man. Like the whole point that he was trying to,
Yeah.
because like that movie doesn't get his shit on as much as
Yeah.
fuck. I can't think of the other
Crash?
movie that. Crash is just garbage. It was
I didn't
garbage back
remember
in the day.
Crash being bad. I loved it.
Yeah, when was the last time you watched it?
It's been a minute.
Yo, rewatch that movie. It is white people are great, and the only problem between race relations is that we can't hug. That's the premise of that movie.
Who's in Crash? I don't think I've seen
Those
it.
fucking billion
Ludacris,
people.
Terrence Howard, Matt Dillon.
I don't think I've seen it.
It is a
You
terrible
probably have
movie.
Don Cheadle.
The movie got Best Picture in the year that Brokeback Mountain came out, and
Dog, I've never seen Brokeback
Brokeback Mountain is a masterpiece of a
And
movie.
I've never seen it.
I don't think.
It's a very good movie. It's
As
a
an Asian,
legitimately
I'll
beautiful
you
movie.
can't. Like, if I were to like try to watch Brokeback Mountain, I'd have to put like a mirror under my.
My ancestors.
So I'm just gonna
my
assume
parents' nose.
you probably haven't seen Milk either.
I've
Nope.
seen Milk.
You seen
haven't seen
Milk?
Milk.
You saw Milk,
The
a
name-
movie that actually
the
had
name
gay
of the
sex
movie.
scenes, but you did
seen
not
Milk.
see Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain had gay sex
No,
scenes
it doesn't.
too.
It has zero actual sex scenes in it. They just kiss a couple times.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember Milk having sex scenes.
Oh, Milk had a fucking aggressive sex scene. I
haven't
remember
seen Milk
being
either,
in the
so-
theater and hearing an old lady go, "I didn't know this is what I was paying for." Me being like, "Yes, that is what you paid for."
I don't remember the sex scenes.
The
bro.
gayest thing I've seen in a movie is Borat when they're in the hotel and they're fighting,
Naked, yeah,
and his balls are in Borat's face. Basically.
yeah. That's a
Bruno
I
was
f-
out there.
I fucking hate Sacha Baron Cohen.
I
Why
love
do you-
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Why you hate him?
Because those movies, I remember watching them and everybody being like, "These are masterpieces," and I went and saw them. And I'm
I think
like,
Borat's
this is
hilarious.
fucking trash.
Borat's like the first movie where I couldn't stop laughing.
I think I was like one
I
of
hated
10
that
people
because
on the planet who
all the
did not
white
like
dudes in
either.
my school would make that. He said, "Nice." They
Yeah.
do that.
Well, we were.
I hate that fucking.
I hated
the middle school,
Borat.
I heard
I
that.
hated Bruno.
Bruno was wild.
Bruno was bad. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was that wasn't that the one with the one scene where he like adopted an African baby or
Yeah.
something? Then he went like Oprah or some shit
Yeah.
or Jerry.
I-
Yeah, Bruno was bad. The Dictator was okay.
That was at least like a movie.
I never understood Ali G. That was
yeah,
weird to me.
that was-
That's so British. I have no concept to like
Yeah.
wrap my brain around.
The Dictator, I thought The Dictator was okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's another one of
Borat.
those movies that like you couldn't make again.
You know what else did
Borat
he
was
make?
just ridiculous.
You couldn't make Borat again. You
Oh,
definitely couldn't make
Yeah, you could
Bruno
make
ever
Borat
again.
Like I've seen some of the videos like of just like his like media run like tours during
Yeah.
that around that movie. This man is on national television on like Conan and Fox News and like David Letterman and Leto talking about Jews and I bought my wife for $12 or the biggest celebrity in my neighborhood in my country is like Rajiv the sex offender.
Yeah.
You know, things like
Like what is it? The country of Kazakhstan tried to sue him.
Yeah.
Like you
couldn't
can't.
make Borat.
You couldn't make that movie again.
If he tried to go over there, like if his plane
Yeah.
got like
He'd be fucking.
That's-
Actually, I feel like they've kind of just given like that movie has faded with time a little bit. But like, there's just so many comedies
Because
from
it's
like
so-
2001
Wait, hold
to
on,
like,
wait, like-
2011.
That's so out there.
You know what's weird? You seen Bruno, but you wouldn't watch Brokeback Mountain.
I've seen parts of Bruno. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah, Bruno's bad. You're right. It's an
That's-
inequivocally.
Yeah, I couldn't
But,
get past that scene with the
The spinner.
no, with the baby, with the African baby.
Yeah, that was deeply offensive to me.
Yeah,
I don't remember that. What they do?
it was
Just
a lot of jokes about African.
yeah,
and
it was
adopting African.
very
children.
racist
Yeah.
toward black people.
Very racist.
I
Just
don't remember that.
particularly of the actual like African continent,
Mm.
like referring to Africa as a country multiple times, like black people as tribesmen and uneducated was a bit that kind of kept coming up. It's just not a good movie.
And what makes it worse, because he was on Jerry. Now I remember he was on Jerry.
Yeah.
And the audience was basically all black, and the way it was shot, it made it seem like he was correct in saying black people couldn't
Yeah.
raise this baby properly because they're being so ignorant. You know, like
Yeah.
But that's probably what they're trying to make the humor
course.
being so.
Like-
I couldn't get past.
But
that
like I
scene.
think that's like one of the things that like I think that's one of the reasons why white comedies have not been successful ever again. Really, because I feel like white comedy films don't do well anymore.
Yeah.
The only people who go to the
Is he
comedy
too far
films.
from the mic?
No, he's fine. I can
okay.
hear him. The only people who go and see movies now, comedies, are the Latin community and the black community. That is it. They don't do well anymore. White people show up to go see Disney remakes and superhero movies.
I
Seth
don't like-
Rogen movies. I'd watch this shit.
I don't like the
Yeah.
cancel culture though.
Yeah, but
Because I'd rather there be a world where comedians are allowed to try to be funny. Because the only way you're going to be funny is by pushing those boundaries and seeing what works, what doesn't work. You know, so I'd rather live in a world where we're able to try to be funny and make these jokes because they're jokes.
Yeah.
Usually the people that make like even the Kramer guy, he was if you listen to the joke in context, he's not being racist. Like he used the N word. That's
That's
obviously
fucking
not a
racist.
good
Whoa,
thing.
hold on. What?
yeah, you faded out there for a minute. I was gonna let him ride on
Wait,
that and see
hold
how that
on.
goes.
What?
No, I heard it in context. He was making a joke. Like,
No, Kramer.
He just
Kramer,
popped off on a crowd.
No, it was obviously a rant. No.
No, Kramer was telling a joke, and then he went off on that heckler.
Oh, it was a heckler? Because I remember only parts of it.
He was like, dog, this man said literally like 20 times, you're a nigga, you're a nigga, you're a nigga.
Okay.
Yeah,
If it was 50 years
Yeah,
ago,
maybe I
we'd
was
have
hearing
you,
it
have you
faded out.
hanging from a tree with a fork
Maybe
in
my
your
memory's
ass.
bad of it.
That's not racist?
No, okay, maybe I remember because that was like, what, 10, 15 years ago?
10,
Like 05,
15,
07?
Yeah, about
15. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
He
so
was
maybe I'm just
wilding
hearing it
out.
bad because I
He
haven't
was
heard.
wild.
I haven't heard that name since that happened.
Yeah, he was like, and he was jumping. Like,
Yeah. It
like,
looks
look, I saw
insane.
one. Like, he was like, he's in there.
But I'd rather we be allowed to make those jokes. And
Hey, let's be
frame
for
it
real.
as a joke.
Don't you wish you're like, yo, if I was in the audience to see that?
Yo, I would pay to be a fly on the wall for that. Hey.
Would you have said something? Like, would you have been like, yo?
It depends.
Nah,
No, I'd let that play
It
out.
depends
I'm just
because
gonna
I know
let that play out.
hecklers can be. Because I've seen comedy videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I know hecklers can be fucking assholes sometimes. So I might have been like, you know what, Kramer's drunk. The guy's being an asshole. Maybe I let it slide.
Bro, you got to understand, out of all the things to
No,
say.
of course. You're not
you go to
wrong.
and then you go say, if it was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was doing stand up like that.
But I think setting matters too. It's one thing if it's in a comedy.
he's a comedy club in
setting.
LA.
No,
so it's
yeah,
like-
the comedy club versus like he's just on the radio.
Yeah.
and he's out of nowhere going, you know what I really don't like those fucking niggers.
But I think
dog, is this the fact? It's like if
Yeah.
it's like if you're in a conversation and then someone just butts in,
Okay.
and then you start snapping. It's like, where'd that come from? Because you got to understand, out of all the insults you'll have or snapbacks you'll say in your head,
yeah.
you resort to that.
Yeah.
And then you go worse. Like if it was 50 years ago, we'd have you hanging from a tree with a fork in your ass. And it was descriptive.
yeah, it cut into some deep feelings that
just
that
like
man
with a
had.
fork in your ass. And it's like,
Fair enough.
you know what's the crazy part? He said, you're right there, you're right there. And then everyone's like, and he's still going.
Yeah, he didn't
like
stop.
niggas gasping, like, yo, what the fuck? And he's still going, and he's going worse and worse and worse. If it was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and he's trying to apologize. And Seinfeld is there.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't clean that up, bro.
I
You can't clean that
And I
up.
was also going to make like the comment, like, I know people dislike cancel culture, but there could be an argument. I think the argument is to be made that those jokes have been done, and probably most of them have been done to perfection.
What, the
Like,
racist jokes?
Not racist jokes, but like jokes that definitely tilt that line when
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about race. Like, you're not going to outdo the people who came before you.
But
in
you
a
know
lot
what
of
the
ways.
thing
No.
is? Because it was done long ago doesn't mean it can't
Yeah.
so people
It can't. I'm not saying it can't still be funny, but I'm saying like the root of the joke that you're trying to make is a joke that Richard Pryor made two
Fair
decades
enough,
ago.
but-
True.
Like
but
you're
I
not
mean,
you're not
changing
reinvented
times-
the wheel.
Of course,
Like, you're not
but-
saying
but
something
with changing
new.
times and difference in culture and setting, like Dave Chappelle, he's not making any new points on
No,
anything.
and I think that's why that special didn't like become rapturous applause and people went for his throat.
Yeah.
'Cause he
I
didn't
know, I
say
loved
anything
it.
fucking new. Like it was fine. I thought it was
Yeah.
serviceable, but I'm like sitting there. I'm like, you're not saying anything special.
Yeah.
You're saying what a white dad would say. It's just coming out in Dave Chappelle's voice. It's the
thought
same way I
that's-
felt with like Bill Burr. I'm like, oh, you fully transitioned to being that guy from Boston.
No, but Bill Burr's turned into like a weaker version of himself.
why
Yeah,
you say that?
This Bill, because if you listen to like old Bill Burr, this man was like
vicious.
I love that Bill. He was vicious on stage, was talking about everything: women, black people, immigrants.
I mean, he pretty much kind of did that
But
on.
now he's like the typical white comedian.
I wouldn't say that. I'd
He
feel like
sanitized is the word.
nah. I'd feel like he was himself.
You think he's being himself?
If
now?
anything, the last special he had, he was more tame compared to
I'm saying.
this.
But that's what. Yeah,
But then
that's-
again,
saying.
it's no. I'm saying the last special he was tame. This
Yeah.
one would be more like how he usually is.
I just think he had nothing new to say to that. Like he didn't have a new viewpoint that like I.
He was
hadn't
just
heard
talking
from-
about society.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I want to hear how he sees society individually, and what he said was so like conveyor belt white guy who's not happy with the way the world works.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm fucking bored.
Like I prefer
Like-
unmarried Bill Burr.
I mean, certain view like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is going to be different when he went from married, not married, being a celebrity. So it's like what you got. It's like if you went to McDonald's for their French fries and they switched up potato wedges. You'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, I like your old shit because it was a different thing you got into that kept you there. So when they're changing, because you got to understand, if someone stays the same forever, you're going to be like, yo, they don't switch it up, blah, blah. So it's just a lot of weird, it's a lot of weird things within that itself.
I think that
I'm sorry, you can go.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I feel like we're probably about to say the same thing. Like, it's not an idea that you have to do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like a thing with music where like everyone expects the first album you loved. I don't need you to do that at all. I want you to grow. I want you to do new things as an artist, but you need to keep improving. So like, I didn't feel like it was an improvement for those artists. They just redid the wheel.
Right.
Like Kevin Hart has, every time he's come back, he has talked about those things, and I think his ability to tell a joke has gotten a little bit better. Because I never thought he was funny for the longest time.
Really?
And then he slowly but surely got a little better.
I like his older stuff than his newer ones.
I think it's also energy.
Yeah, his energy, and it's the
But
same
in
thing you
all
can look
honesty,
at any
bro,
comedian.
Like Chris
It's-
Rock. I'm sorry, you can go.
What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, like, for example, Chris Rock. I've seen like his old funny, like the nigger versus the black people. We've all seen those.
Yeah.
That energy, and he was hilarious. I've seen like his latest stuff on like Netflix. It was boring.
It's weird because I know people that saw it live and be like, "Yo, he was killing it." So
Yeah.
I don't know him doing it in an intimate
But
room
that's
like
not-
that. So I don't know how that played out.
But someone that's willing to pay for a ticket is obviously a fan.
Yeah.
Someone's willing to pay for a ticket, take time out of their day, drive to the comedy club, stay in the lines, find their seat, take not hours, but take an hour to leave the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's a fan. Obviously they're gonna have good things to
But
say.
I heard from comedians that
Yeah.
are like they're not biased. They're gonna be like, yeah, but
I mean,
whatever. I
it
heard
could
from
also be
multiple-
like
I thought it was boring.
I can't speak to stand up because it's not an art form I do.
Oh, that's supposed to be what I'm talking about.
I'd imagine that like there's something to some jokes played better in different rooms, and there's different
you gotta
spectrums
understand,
on that.
like seemed like if you're at the Hard Rock, he's performing there.
Yeah, that's a
It's gonna be-
massive room.
It's gonna be different from when he's in like an intimate small space. But there's that.
guess.
There's that. But I mean,
I don't know, but like I said, I thought Chris Rock was boring. His latest stuff on Netflix, I thought it was boring. I remember only chuckling like once or twice. Now I was like, I thought he'd be better. But then like Dave Chappelle, I was dying of laughter. Like he's obviously changed his style.
So
like, it's
much.
not as like, because remember back then Dave Chappelle was more shock and all type of comedian, like saying like really radical stuff. Now he's more like dad life stuff, but he still is funny.
people change.
So it's not about
Yeah.
it's not about changing.
Like for instance, I started doing stand up in 2011.
Yeah.
If you hear shit I did then and shit I did now, completely different. I'm still Phil, but it's
Fair
like
enough.
my
Yeah.
viewpoint's different. But
You
I
have
mean,
the same energy though.
to a degree.
Like Kanye, I love workout and Through the Wire, favorite Kanye song by the way, and that old
Yeah.
stuff. But at the same time, I can still rock with Yikes and Mine off his latest album. Like it's just about, like I said, energy is big. Like it's not about changing because I expect change. No one's gonna stay the same forever.
Yeah.
But at least like if you look bored. Because Chris Rock looked bored on the stage. Looked like he was just doing it for the money, and you just not needed money, but you just had something to say, whatever. But if you can at least say something new, interesting, in an interesting way, or like I respect effort.
I think it's probably the viewpoint. Like for instance, Earthquake is probably my favorite comedian.
Okay.
And the way this nigga could say anything, and it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But it really depends on.
Has he changed?
I mean,
I would
I would say Earthquake's pretty much the same, but you got to understand the way he talks and his inflection and shit's hilarious. But one thing you got to understand is like people like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, you have such a high expectation of what they're going to say. Like, ooh, like you kind of look for them to say something different. Like, oh man, they're going to say something to make me look at something different than I haven't
Yeah.
already seen that. But you got to realize we live in a world right now where like, we have internet, so every angle is being thrown at us
Fair
50 miles per hour. We see it all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's just how they say it. That's be like, okay, So
Fair
that's
enough.
pretty much what it is now. So I think that's pretty much that. But a lot of times for like the Chris Rock thing, it's different because he's talking more about his life. So that comedy special was so intimate because he's talking personally about what he's done,
Okay.
and it's in an intimate setting. Where Chris Rock, when people impersonate, he's like, "Man, don't you see?" Like
Yeah.
that's how people impersonate him.
Yeah.
and that's Chris Rock. You'll hear it. He wasn't even talking like that. Because
Yeah, he was so
it
much
a-
more calm.
It was an intimate room, so that's why.
I think it's his style because like I said, I think Dave Chappelle has changed because I think Dave Chappelle's in that same lane as Chris Rock, being that loud, obnoxious, out there guy.
Nah.
Because now all Dave Chappelle talks about is his life and how he, and dealing with fame and still being, from the suburbs and how his family treats him. Like he's done the same transition as Chris Rock. To me, Chris Rock's transition hasn't been funny to me.
But you got to understand.
I was gonna say, I feel like Dave Chappelle's transition, he feels like the guy who could still snap at any moment.
Yeah.
While comparison, Chris Rock's transition, he seems to have found a new sense of zen, and he's a lot calmer.
Maybe.
But you got to understand.
It's harder for people to wrap their heads around.
But the problem is this. Dave Chappelle damn near had like 6 specials.
Yeah.
Chris Rock had 1.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
there's so that's, you can't really compare that 6 to 1.
Fair enough, but I know.
I
will say one thing though, it's not bias in my opinion because I always felt like Chris Rock was funnier than Dave Chappelle until maybe like 3 years ago. With the latest run of specials, I'm just like Chris Rock's boring now.
You only seen 1 though. That's all.
To
be honest, I will say this: I saw a Chris Rock stand up. He did at a it was like 30 minutes before the special came out. It was like a couple of years before the special came out.
Okay.
And watching that was better. It was like some of those jokes made it to the special, but I honestly could say that was more interesting than the special because in an intimate setting as opposed to him at a comedy club.
So, was he as calm as he was in the special? In that one, or was he still?
I don't know. There's something about it. I'd probably have to send it to you so you could be like, oh, okay. But it's a different vibe. How we doing on time, bro?
I mean, you guys could probably go for another 10. You're just gonna have a longer episode this week, but that's fine.
I think we should wrap it, bro.
You want to wrap it?
I think I'm going to wrap this up.
All right.
Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts, Hero. You're fucking reckless, bro.
I'm not reckless.
You're reckless.
What are you gonna do to me?
Whoa!
That's my. No, not you per se. I mean, listen.
I mean,
but anyway,
again, his name is on the podcast.
Cut this nigga mic off. Anyway, my name is Phil East Bay with the Papi Negro podcast. This is my dog Hero.
I can't get no final thoughts.
No, and my dude behind the boards, my homie Azam.
That's me.
Papi Negro podcast, forever roasting, forever petty. We out.
Is there a final?